Welcome to the story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support me. The battlefield was an endless stretch of desolation, its once proud grandeur now reduced to smoldering ruins and jagged remnants of ancient fortifications. The sky, perpetually overcast, cast a grim pall over the land, where lightning occasionally split the heavens with harsh brilliance. Amidst the charred landscape, the echoes of war seemed to linger, as if the very air was saturated with the sorrow and rage of countless conflicts. Eric and Thorn, once celebrated heroes and the closest of friends, were now bound by a curse that forced them into an eternal struggle. They were doomed to fight each other indefinitely, their immortality a cruel joke played by the gods or some cosmic force. Once, they had stood side by side, champions of justice and valor. Now, their encounters were nothing but endless, brutal confrontations, their relationship reduced to a bitter parody of what it once was. In this grim setting, fate prepared to introduce a new player. Lyra, a young adventurer with an unquenchable thirst for discovery, had wandered into the Forsaken Realm. Her journey had led her through treacherous terrains and ancient ruins, driven by a desire to unearth lost relics and uncover forgotten truths. Today, however, her path would intersect with a story far greater than she could have ever imagined. As Lyra traversed the edge of the battlefield, she found herself drawn to the sounds of clashing steel and roaring fury. Hushed whispers from the ruins spoke of an ancient curse, and she couldn't resist the pull of mystery and adventure. The scene that greeted her was both awe-inspiring and horrifying. Eric and Thorn were locked in combat, their swords clashing with a force that shook the very earth beneath them. The sheer intensity of their struggle was almost palpable, a dance of death that seemed to echo the very tragedy of their existence. Despite her fear, Lyra couldn't tear her eyes away. She was fascinated by the raw power and anguish evident in their every move. Yet, the more she observed, the more she realized that this battle was not just a conflict of strength, but of sorrow and despair. The warriors fought with a ferocity that spoke of deep-seated pain, each blow a testament to their unending struggle. As the days turned into nights and nights into days, Lyra's presence did not go unnoticed. The warriors, though consumed by their endless conflict, were aware of the new player on their stage. Their interactions with her were marked by hostility and suspicion. Eric, with his chiseled features marred by countless battles, and Thorn, his once proud demeanor now shadowed by the weight of his eternal curse, were reluctant to listen to Lyra's pleas. They had long since lost hope, their hearts hardened by the endless cycle of combat. Lyra, however, was not easily dissuaded. Her determination shone through her every action. She began to aid them in their battles, not as an enemy, but as an unexpected ally. Her skills were impressive, her bravery evident. Slowly, she gained their respect, if not their trust. It was in the midst of one of these battles that she discovered the truth about their curse. In a moment of unexpected respite, Lyra found an ancient tome buried in the wreckage of a long-forgotten temple. The tome, worn and weathered by time, contained a cryptic account of the curse that bound Eric and Thorn. It spoke of a powerful artifact and a celestial decree that had condemned them to their eternal fight. The curse was not merely a physical chain but an emotional and mental trap, designed to strip them of their hope and humanity. Lyra's discovery was a turning point. Armed with new knowledge, she approached the warriors with renewed resolve. She spoke of the curse, of the possibility of breaking it, and of the ancient artifact that might hold the key. Eric and Thorn, initially dismissive, found themselves intrigued by her determination and the possibility that there might be a way out of their torment. As Lyra worked to unravel the mysteries of the curse, she encountered various challenges. The battlefield itself seemed to resist her efforts, with ancient traps and hidden dangers lurking around every corner. Yet, she pressed on, driven by the hope that she could bring an end to the endless war. Flashbacks interspersed with Lyra's journey revealed the once unbreakable bond between Eric and Thorn. They had been inseparable, their friendship forged in the heat of countless battles. Their fall from grace had been a gradual descent, marred by betrayal, misunderstanding, and the eventual curse that had torn them apart. Each flashback added depth to their characters, showing not just their prowess in battle but their shared history and the profound impact of their separation. Amidst the trials and tribulations, there were moments of connection. Lyra's words and actions began to resonate with Eric and Thorn. They started to see beyond the rage and the curse, glimpsing the possibility of redemption and reconciliation. Their interactions with her became less antagonistic, and they began to question the nature of their existence and the reality of their curse. The climax of Lyra's journey came with the discovery of the artifact mentioned in the tome. It was hidden deep within the heart of the battlefield, guarded by ancient magic and formidable foes. Lyra, with the help of Eric and Thorn, faced these trials with bravery and ingenuity. The artifact, a relic of immense power, was revealed to be the key to breaking their curse. As Lyra activated the artifact, a surge of energy coursed through the battlefield. The curse that had bound Eric and Thorn for so long began to unravel, the chains of their eternal conflict dissolving in the wake of the artifact's power. The once mighty warriors stood in stunned silence, their eternal struggle coming to an end as the battlefield transformed from a place of sorrow into one of peace. Eric and Thorn, now freed from their curse, faced each other with a mixture of relief and sorrow. The bond they had once shared was rekindled, their friendship restored by the trials they had endured and the redemption they had found. Lyra, having fulfilled her quest, watched with a sense of accomplishment and melancholy. Her journey had come full circle, her role in ending the eternal battle a testament to her courage and determination. As she left the battlefield, Lyra looked back one last time. The land was no longer a place of endless war but a realm of possibilities, a canvas upon which new stories would be written. Eric and Thorn, now free, would have the chance to forge new paths, their pasts a bittersweet memory and their futures a testament to the power of friendship and redemption. The sky, once stormy and foreboding, cleared to reveal a brilliant expanse of stars. The battlefield, now a place of hope and renewal, stood as a reminder that even in the darkest of places, light could be found and new beginnings could arise. Nights into days, Lyra's fascination with the eternal battle grew. She began to understand that breaking the curse wasn't just about stopping the fight but uncovering the heart of the torment that had chained Eric and Thorn to this desolate place. She needed to delve into their past, to find the key to the curse that held them prisoner. One night, as she observed from a hidden vantage point, she noticed a shift in the battle. Thorn, bloodied and exhausted, hesitated. Eric, too, showed signs of weariness. For a fleeting moment, their eyes met with something other than hatred, an emotion akin to regret or sorrow. Lyra seized the opportunity. She ventured out from her hiding place and approached the weary warriors, her heart pounding in her chest. "Enough," she cried out, her voice echoing across the battlefield. Eric and Thorn stopped, their eyes narrowing in suspicion as they turned to face her. The fierce intensity of their gazes was tempered by a flicker of curiosity. "Who are you?" Eric demanded, his voice rough like gravel. "What do you want?" "I'm Lyra," she said, trying to steady her voice. "I'm here to help you." Thorn's face twisted in scorn. "Help us? You see this battlefield? This is no place for a mere mortal. Leave now, before you become another casualty of our curse." Lyra stood her ground. "I've seen enough to know that your fight isn't what it seems. There's something more to this. A curse, maybe? Something that's keeping you here, bound to this endless war." The warriors exchanged glances, their defenses momentarily faltering. Lyra pressed on, sensing an opening. "I've read of ancient curses and battles fought for eternity. There must be a way to break it. Let me help you." For the first time, Eric and Thorn hesitated. Their immortal existence had been one of ceaseless combat and despair, and here was someone offering hope, a concept they had long abandoned. Slowly, they lowered their weapons, their gazes fixed on Lyra with a mix of wariness and reluctant curiosity. "Very well," Eric said finally. "If you truly wish to help, then you must understand our plight. But know this, our story is fraught with sorrow and regret. Proceed with caution." Lyra nodded, her determination unwavering. "Tell me everything." Over the course of several days, Eric and Thorn recounted their past. Once, they had been allies, fighting together in battles that shaped the destiny of their world. They had forged an unbreakable bond, their friendship a beacon of hope in dark times. However, their greatest victory had been their downfall. A powerful relic, an artifact of unimaginable power, had been corrupted by dark forces. In their quest to destroy it, they had unleashed a curse that bound them to each other in a cycle of endless combat. The curse had twisted their friendship into enmity, manipulating their every action to ensure the war would never end. The artifact, lost and hidden, was the source of their torment. Only by finding and destroying it could they hope to break free from their eternal struggle. Lyra listened intently, her heart aching for the warriors who had once been so close. She realized that to truly help them, she needed to locate the artifact and destroy it. This quest would not be easy, but it was the only way to free Eric and Thorn from their suffering. The next step was to search the battlefield for any clues about the artifact's location. Lyra's knowledge of ancient relics and her keen sense of exploration guided her through the ruins and hidden corners of the desolate land. She discovered remnants of past battles, symbols, inscriptions, and fragments of old weapons. Each clue seemed to point toward a hidden chamber deep within the battlefield, a place that had been long forgotten. As Lyra ventured deeper, she encountered challenges and traps set to protect the artifact. Her courage and resourcefulness were put to the test as she navigated these obstacles. Every step she took brought her closer to the artifact and the truth behind the curse. Finally, she reached the chamber. The air was thick with the weight of centuries, and the chamber itself was filled with eerie silence. In the center of the room, on a pedestal shrouded in darkness, rested the artifact, an ornate, twisted relic pulsing with dark energy. Lyra approached the artifact cautiously, her heart pounding in her chest. She could feel its malevolent presence, a stark contrast to the hope she carried for Eric and Thorn. With trembling hands, she reached for the artifact, determined to end its reign of terror. As she touched the relic, a blinding light erupted, and she was thrown backward. The room shook with the force of the artifact's power. Lyra struggled to her feet, her vision swimming. The relic's dark energy seemed to be fighting back, but she pressed on, fueled by her resolve to break the curse. With one final, desperate effort, Lyra grasped the artifact tightly and called out to Eric and Thorn, who had followed her to the chamber. "This is it. Help me destroy it." Eric and Thorn, standing side by side for the first time in eons, joined forces. Their combined strength and the bond they once shared allowed them to channel their energy into a single, focused strike. The artifact shattered, its dark power dissipating into the ether. As the relic crumbled, a profound silence settled over the battlefield. The curse that had bound Eric and Thorn was lifted, their eternal struggle coming to an end. The warriors looked at each other, their eyes reflecting a mix of relief, sorrow, and tentative hope, Lyra approached them, her heart swelling with a sense of accomplishment. "It's over. You're free." Eric and Thorn, now free from their torment, expressed their gratitude in a way that words alone could not capture. They embraced, their friendship rekindled, their burden finally lifted. The battlefield, once a symbol of endless despair, began to transform. The sky cleared, and the land, though scarred, started to heal. Eric and Thorn, now free to seek redemption and peace, departed together, ready to face a future unburdened by the past. Lyra watched them leave, a quiet sense of fulfillment settling over her. She had ventured into the unknown, faced unimaginable challenges, and helped two lost souls find their way back to each other. As she walked away from the battlefield, she knew that her journey had been just as transformative as theirs, a testament to the power of hope, courage, and friendship. Our plight, our curse is tied to a pact we made long ago. A pact born out of pride and ambition. We sought to wield power beyond our control, and in our hubris, we were condemned to this never-ending battle. Lyra listened intently, absorbing the gravity of their words. So, it's not just about the fight itself. It's about something deeper, something that binds you both to this place. Thorn nodded, his expression darkening. Indeed. The pact we made was not just with each other but with forces far beyond our understanding. We became pawns in a grander scheme, our friendship shattered by the very power we sought to control. Lyra could see the weight of the years in their eyes, the toll of endless conflict etched into their faces. "There must be a way to undo the pact," she said. "A way to reconcile with what you've done and free yourselves from this curse." Eric and Thorn exchanged a look of guarded hope. "There is a legend," Eric began, "of a hidden artifact, the Heart of Eternity. It is said to have the power to break any curse. But finding it is nearly impossible. The heart was lost to time, hidden away in a place no mortal or immortal can easily reach." Lyra's determination solidified. "Then we'll find it. If there's even a chance to end this curse, I have to try." The warriors regarded her with a mixture of surprise and hope. "It won't be easy," Thorn warned. "The path to the heart is fraught with peril, and many have tried and failed before you." Lyra's resolve only strengthened. "I've faced dangers before. I won't turn back now." The next few days were a whirlwind of preparation. Lyra, Eric, and Thorn worked together to decipher ancient texts and maps, seeking any clue that might lead them to the Heart of Eternity. The warriors, despite their reservations, began to open up about their pasts, sharing tales of battles and regrets. As they worked side by side, a tentative bond began to form between them. One evening, as they pored over a particularly old and weathered manuscript, Lyra's eyes caught a detail that had previously eluded them. The manuscript mentioned a series of trials that must be faced to reach the heart, a series of tests designed to challenge one's resolve and purity of heart. "This could be our guide," Lyra said, excitement in her voice. "These trials might be the key to locating the heart." Eric and Thorn studied the text with newfound interest. "If this is correct," Eric said, "we may finally have a chance to end our torment." They set out the next morning, following the clues laid out in the manuscript. The journey was arduous, taking them through treacherous landscapes and ancient ruins. They encountered various trials, physical challenges that tested their strength and endurance, and psychological challenges that forced them to confront their deepest fears and regrets. As they faced each trial, Lyra's leadership and determination proved invaluable. She navigated the group through dangers and helped Eric and Thorn confront their inner demons. Slowly, the warriors began to see her not just as a stranger, but as a beacon of hope. One particularly harrowing trial tested their ability to forgive. Each warrior was faced with a vision of their past, where they had to reconcile with their actions and their feelings of betrayal and regret. Lyra's presence and support were instrumental in helping Eric and Thorn face their demons. She guided them through the process of forgiveness, both of themselves and each other. Finally, they reached the final stage of their journey, a vast, cavernous chamber bathed in an eerie, otherworldly light. At its center, on a pedestal of ancient stone, lay the heart of eternity, a gem of radiant beauty and immense power. As Lyra approached it, the chamber seemed to come alive with a mystical energy. Eric and Thorn watched in awe as Lyra reached out and touched the heart. A wave of light and warmth enveloped them, and the chamber shook with a tremendous force. The curse that had bound Eric and Thorn to the eternal battle began to unravel, the oppressive weight of their torment lifting away. For the first time in what felt like an eternity, Eric and Thorn stood in silence, free from the relentless cycle of combat. They turned to Lyra, their eyes reflecting gratitude and a profound sense of relief. "You did it," Thorn said, his voice filled with emotion. "You've freed us from our curse." Lyra smiled, her heart swelling with a mixture of joy and exhaustion. "It was a team effort. We all played a part in breaking this curse." As the light of the heart of eternity faded, Eric and Thorn looked at each other with newfound understanding. The bitterness and hatred that had defined their existence were gone, replaced by the possibility of healing and redemption. With their curse broken, Eric and Thorn decided to leave the battlefield behind and seek out a new path. They would work to rebuild their lives, honor their past, and forge a new future. Lyra, having fulfilled her quest, returned to her own journey, carrying with her the knowledge that even the most profound curses could be broken with courage, determination, and compassion. And so, the battlefield, once a place of endless conflict, was left behind, its echoes fading into the past. Eric and Thorn stepped into a world of new possibilities, and Lyra continued her adventures, forever changed by the extraordinary journey that had brought them all together.